Police in Washington say that a U.S. Air Force member who set himself on fire to protest the war in Gaza has now died. In a video of the incident, which we are not showing because it's disturbing, the man stands outside the Israeli embassy and declares, quote, "I will no longer be complicit in genocide." Let's go right to CNN's Gabe Cohen, who is in Washington. Gabe, what more can you share with us and what more do we know about this service member?
Well, Rahel, just in the last few minutes, we have gotten in some new photos of that airman. So as soon as we get those ready, we should get them up on the screen. We're talking about 25-year-old Aaron Bushnell of San Antonio, Texas. He is an active duty member of the Air Force. And as you mentioned, that video that CNN has obtained is too graphic, too disturbing to show on television, but it really paints a clear picture of what happened outside the Israeli embassy in broad daylight here in D.C. yesterday, because it was recorded and live streamed, it appears, by Bushnell. And he clearly, we can talk you through what we see in that video. Bushnell in his military uniform walking on the streets of D.C. up to the embassy, and he's speaking quite calmly to the camera. He says, quote, "I will no longer be complicit in genocide. I am about to engage in an extreme act of protest, but compared to what people have been experiencing in Palestine at the hands of their colonizers, it is not extreme at all. This," he says, "is what our ruling class has decided will be normal." And in the seconds after that, he seems to pour some sort of accelerant out of a water bottle on his head. And then Bushnell sets himself on fire, yelling, "Free Palestine," over and over as he's burning, until finally he collapses. Rahel, police officers then rushing in, one of them with a fire extinguisher, trying to put out the flames, but it takes a long period of time for that to happen, and we have learned that Bushnell later died in the hospital. And look, it again reflects the rising tensions around the war in Gaza, the war that has been unfolding now for more than 4 months, the death toll now nearing 30,000 people in Gaza. And we saw a similar incident in December. That was in Atlanta, when a protester there outside of the Israeli consulate set themselves on fire. But Rahel, this really brings it to another level, because we are talking about an active duty member of the military burning himself to death on the streets of Washington as this political pressure continues to mount for the Biden administration around this issue.
Yeah, really disturbing. I'm assuming no response from the Air Force?
Very little at this point. They said they are reaching out to next of kin. Once that happens, about 24 hours after, we expect an additional statement might come out, but pretty limited information at this moment.